In progress.
Welcome to the Scrum for Josedeodo. We will accept questions in English, Chinese, and Korean. You can either raise your hands or text your question in the chat. Okay, first question goes to Masher.
Yeah, hi, Jose. Well, I see this match like a victory for our region. Did you see ready to PSG?
Yeah, I don't see it as a victory itself, but I think we prove ourselves that we can fight against everyone. And yeah, I think we are ready against PSG. I don't think they're as good as T1, so it's gonna be way different.
Next question from Dory from Liga GG from Brazil. To begin MSI against the actual world champions is not easy. How did the team prepare for today's match?
Well, of course, it's different to prepare to T1 against the minor region or another team because I feel like when you are doing draft prep or anything, it's like, yeah, we have to ban Oriana so Faker doesn't pick, or yeah, so Gumayushi and Kerry are gonna be like Kalista and Nico playing bot lane. So I think very hard to think about that one, but it also makes you feel like you have to prove yourself in a way. So you don't wanna, like when we came to the series, we were like thinking, okay, we don't wanna be like shown like that we were weak and we're gonna think we're gonna lose. We wanna show them our best face, and I think we did our best fighting and individually speaking. But we kind of lack of map knowledge. I think that was the most bad thing we did today, and that's what we have to learn in these next 2 days for PSG, because I don't think they know as much as T1. So I think preparing to the series is way easier than this one. So I think we have a lot of things to prove, even though we lost today.
Next question goes to FD News.
Well, hi. My question is about. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I forgot to turn on the mic. Well, my question is about the pick of the Yon, the Shone. Can you explain the logic about the pick?
Yeah, first of all, Subway is a very good job. I think most of us wanted to show our best picks, and we didn't expect them to lane swap. We expected them to be like, I don't know, just play natural, because I thought they weren't gonna show like a lot of things against our series. Like we expect them to play like very regular and just face laning phase. And since they lane swap, we kind of got caught off guard. We thought about it when we saw the Cassandra with Aftershock, but we didn't like the first game was obvious, but the second game was like, oh, they're gonna fight again. But you know, but then they swap again. So since we didn't expect the lane swap from T1, we picked the Young because it's a good matchup 1v1. But since the lane swap, it looked very bad because he cannot like farm on weak side after that happens, and he cannot be like a good champion when he's behind. So it looks very bad, but I don't feel like it's a bad pick. It just looked bad because the strat they made, and I think it was very smart for them. But to be fair, I didn't expect. So neither of us wanted to think they were gonna do it, but they did it, and it was good for them. That's basically it.
Next question goes to Joanne. Joan Valenzuela.
Ok. Hola, José, acá Juan de Prensa Esports. Te voy a hacer la pregunta en inglés ya. How affect you as a team the lane swap that proposed T1 in the first and second game, and you are prepared for this type of strategy in the next game?
Yeah. First of all, since I said that we didn't expect the lane swap, especially from T1, but we also didn't have a lot of practice against the lane swap because we didn't scream top teams from top regions, so we didn't see many teams doing it. We knew it's a thing, and we tried, and we know how it works. I think game one looked way worse because we didn't see T1 doing it, but game two we were ready, and I think we did a very good job. And I think we can try our best against it, and we have a lot of things to learn. I think we have 2 days and we have to prepare ourselves more against it because I think it's gonna be the meta of the tournament. I don't feel like it's a 1-2 games and it's gonna be like dead or anything. I think it's gonna be the whole tournament like this, especially dodgy matchups or trying to not fight bot lanes when they're losing or top lane when they have a losing matchup. And I think second game was way better because we got a lot of lead, but it didn't transition well because since we didn't practice too much against it, we tried to play it and it worked out for us. But we also didn't have the need to do it these games, but they do. So we had to thought more about it. I think that was our mistake. And if we get more practice, I think we can make it work. I feel like that's the most thing we have to work on this week. These 2 days, sorry. So that's it.
Next question goes to Independent.
Hi, Josedeodo. This is Clark Sitke. Coming into the international stage as such underdogs playing against world champions, are you able to enjoy the experience, enjoy, playing at a big international event at a stadium, or is it, is there too much stress involved and anxiety because you're playing the world champions?
I mean, talking from my point of view, I don't think we had pressure because, I mean, you kind of have the expectation to beat T1 as a team because there is a lot of things that it's like they're way better than us in a way, and there is a lot of things we have to learn from good teams, especially coming from LA because there is only like 2 teams that are good, and if you don't have the best practice, it's like what do you expect, And also with the new lane swap meta, it's way harder to face them. But I also feel like the experience is nice, It's like you are you're facing Faker, and if you lose, it's not like, oh, you lost to Gigabyte Marines or like a bad team or something like. I'm not saying Gami is a bad team just in case, but I'm saying like a weaker team. And it's not like we are playing bad, it's just they're also good, and it shows that they're better than us. But I'm also like enjoying the experience, and I think we have a lot to prove in the next matches. So
Next question goes to Sense of KS.
Thank you. Hi, Josedeodo, Diane, Sons of Latam. My question is, we know your teamwork. What is your opinion general with the performance they gave today against T1?
I mean, today against T1, I feel like our performance was great, especially in the early game. I don't think we did as bad as people will thought we will do. Because if you look at the meta and how the game works, there is bug grabs and there is a lot of things that makes the game way faster. And it didn't feel like that's that oppressive as we thought about it when we were thinking about facing T1. But we also think we had a lot of good fights and we had a lot of good moments that we could turn the game for us. Like game 2, I think we had a lot of good moments, and if we will play better, I think the game was very winnable for us. But I feel like also we play a lot of bad things in the silence, and I think that show how much stuff we have to learn in these days. But I'm happy with it, It's like, what can you expect facing T1?
Next
you.
question goes to Danny.
Hi, Jose. Danny from Eternals Gaming here. I want to ask you, how did you and the team felt when you realized you were facing the world champs?
When we knew we were gonna face T1, we had a lot of like laughs and stuff, and like since we're like a funny team in a way, we didn't have like a anxiety or like feeling pressure or anything. Because in the other hand, you have Tess. I think Tess is way harder than T1 because how they play the map and like how they play aggressively is way harder than face T1 because I feel like they are a more like quiet team and like they just beat you slowly and like farming and stuff. But I feel like facing Tess is not like it's gonna change too much. It's just like both teams are probably the best on planes. And facing each one is like the same, but I also had like a lot of happiness facing Faker because I'm a big fan. I don't have shame saying it, but it was very fun for us, and I don't feel bad for it.
We're going to the last question. 你好，这里是电竞虎，第二把打得非常精彩，几度经济领先 T1，你觉得队伍是如何在第二把迅速进入这样一个状态呢
And definitely for this best of 3, the game 2 is a really intense game, and you guys be able to get some goal lead against T1 a couple of times throughout the whole game. So what is the most crucial aspects do you think like guarantees a team to be able to show the very high level of performance in game 2?
I don't know. I think we expect them to lane swap more, and we kind of thought up more about it and how we want to play them up, especially knowing they were gonna lane swap. And I think we prepared more for game 2, but it wasn't enough because after the lead from the early game, we didn't know how to transition it well, and we didn't know how to follow up with the lane swaps. I think that's what we got caught off guard. But I feel like if we improve the points, we're gonna do well in the tournament because there is a lot of stuff we can improve, and there is a lot we can learn from them. And also showing up a good performance in the early game is important for us because we're a good early game team and we're very good in the fights after. So I feel like if we do this well against PSG, we're gonna probably beat them. So
This is wrap for Jose. Oh.
那其实对于我来讲，我也不是非常非常的清楚，但其实在第2局的时候，我们是有期待对面可能有更多的一些换线的一些操作和举动的，然后我们也对此有所防范和准备，然后我们也是大概知道可能在比赛的游戏的进程当中，我们要怎么样去处理他们的前期的一些换线的一些节奏。但是呢，其实我觉得我们做的好像还是不够，因为我们在整个的前期有稳住整个的局面，甚至拿到一点小优势的之后，我们并不知道可能在后续如何开展我们整体的一些进攻的节奏。然后接下来的话，可能来到一些中后期，我们就很多的时候可能被对方打了有一点措手不及，然后比较没有能够拿下胜利。那我觉得可能通过这一场的比赛，我觉得我们也能够收获到非常非常的多，也知道很多的点我们该如何去提升。同时我们也知道可能有哪些部分我们还可以继续的来学习，而且我们也确实更多的知道我们是一个可能在前期的时候可以有非常好的一些前期节奏和游戏的一个队伍。那我觉得如果我们在而且可能来到中后期的时候，我们也是有一战之力。那接下来的话，我们觉得只要去尽可能的去完善和提升自己的话，那下一场面对到 PSG 的话，如果我们做好充分的准备，我觉得我们也是有信心能够拿下他们的。
This is wrap for Josedeodo's scrum. Thank you. We are going to start carrier scrum right away.